We are following a developing story out.
What's up, family? Welcome to the Toe2Toe Sports Show, where we talk about everything from football to baseball to basketball to boxing. And oh yeah, can't forget about our Dawgs and Gators.
You never know what you'll hear from Kb Steveo, and you'll never know who you'll see stopping by to kick it with the guys.
So make sure you check us out live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and YouTube Live. Peace.
I ain't never played sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.
What's going on, y'all? Good morning from the Toe2Toe Sports Show. Y'all know what time it is. That's my boy KB. I'm your dog, Stevie J. My boy, what's going on?
Man, you know, another day in paradise is what they say. Crying because them Kings won. No, I'm just playing, man. It was good. It was I'm not gonna say it was good games. It was like it's one like
right.
Like
you don't want to say it was a good game because it wasn't a lot of like back and forth. If you were a defensive guy, you know what I'm saying? I guess you might look at it and say there was a lot of defensive plays being made, especially on Miami side of the ball, man. Them boys up front were really getting after it. But yeah, man, it was really it was a trash game. Like, let's just be real. Zach, oh man, we ain't seen Zach since he bet 8 wins and ain't come back and pay his tab. God, dog, good to see you, Zach. Good to see you still breathing. Good to see you still around, my boy. We ain't seen you in a few weeks on the show. I've been looking for you.
You know.
But it's all good though. Hey, but no. What you think about the game, man? Start with the game with Alabama and Oklahoma, man. Rematch. We knew that was coming up. Big SEC bout. You know what I mean? They had just played each other. What? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So run it back, man. Like I tell anybody, I'm gonna talk about it in a little bit when we talk about Georgia. It's hard to beat a team twice. It's hard to beat a team 2 times, man. So yesterday, Alabama was able to go into Norman, Oklahoma, and beat the Oklahoma Sooners 34-24. You had your boy, what's his name? Ty Simpson, 18 of 29, 239 yards and 2 touchdowns. Had a pretty decent game, nothing really spectacular. I think Oklahoma, personally, just didn't make enough plays on defense. I feel like they had a chance to win. They were up, if I'm not mistaken. I think Oklahoma had actually jumped out on top of them, but couldn't close it, man. Couldn't seal the win, man. What you think about the Alabama game?
Yeah, man, it was their game to loss. It was their game that they lost. I don't look at it as Alabama beat them. It looks like one of those things where Oklahoma kind of beat themselves. But this is one game that I think a lot of people had a toss up, throwing the logos out. Like when you just look at the quality of play, this fit the bill. I mean, Bama was either really hot or really cold. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't too much in between. Oklahoma was defensively pretty good this year. Offense was just like, what are they going to do? You know, you get if you want to get the Oklahoma, that's just putting up points, or you want to get the Oklahoma that played Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know who you're going to get. And I think that came in and bit them in the foot, man. I think the consistency of what they've done all year came up, and that's what we saw, man. I wasn't surprised one way or the other. Like, I don't really think Oklahoma or Bama are going to really make any noise in the playoffs. So I wasn't really that game. I was like it's just.
Yeah, I kind of felt like whoever won that game would subsequently lose the following week to Ohio State. So we look at that game and you talk about Alabama, though. You just look at Bama, man. You just like, damn, this ain't the same Bama I'm used to seeing. This ain't the same Bama I'm used to watching people on defense blow people up and watching people on the defensive line push people 5 yards back into the backfield. It's just not the same Alabama. They don't look as fast as they used to look, as far as on defense and speed. Ty Simpson did make some big plays, man. That wide receiver, I think his name is Horton or Burton. One of those guys, well, both of those guys, Horton, he made some crazy catches, man, to kind of save them for touchdowns. But like I said, it's hard to game plan to beat a team twice, especially hard when you're going into you got the same environment, same settings. I think that was probably the most exciting game out of all of them, if I probably had to pick or rank them. The second game, you said Miami, nobody could score. The kickers were both missing kicks. I think each team missed like 2 field goals or something like that.
Crazy.
Just horrible execution, man. A lot of flags and penalties early and downs to kind of set the teams back. So I'll take that back. It was a pretty clean game. I won't say penalties. I think it was just execution wise. Both offenses just didn't look good yesterday. I don't think you'll survive the next round playing that kind of offense. That's just my opinion. So we'll see. What you think about the Miami? If you had to give just one overall general takeaway from the Miami Texas A&M game, what you got? And it was a 12:00 kick. Let's not forget that part.
Yeah, it was underwhelming. I think we wanted to see 2 things. We wanted to see if A&M offense is really like that, or if they just had a weak schedule all year and looked the part. And we wanted to see if Miami was legit. And I don't think I got an answer to either one. I think Texas A&M showed like, hey, you can take number 10 out the game. Like, what are they going to do? Like, they're just going to screen, run the ball, throw it to 10. And I think that worked against A&M. I mean, necessarily it didn't work. They just busted off a big run at the end, which I think they should rely on. Mark Fletcher should be considered one of the better running backs in college football, but they don't treat him like it. So I think that's something that they need to improve on. And then A&M, I think we just saw like, maybe they weren't that good. They just got a benefit of a high ranking to start the season, and they just won games. Marcel Reed looked to be like, okay, that's what everybody thought he would be when the season started. They weren't really explosive. A lot of mistakes. It just was sloppy, man. But again, the defenses kind of did their jobs for the most part. So I don't think whoever won, I don't see them beating Ohio State unless their offense, Miami offense, just goes crazy. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I think 10 saved them yesterday. Really do. I think he saved them all season. I think we've seen if you kind of follow Miami and you watch Miami, that 10 is a huge part of what they do and how they do and how they go about handling their business. If you can stop 10, you can stop Miami. And I do think you have a staff that in Ohio State defensively has the personnel to pretty much stop anything. I don't think you can just be able to. You're going to beat Ohio State with just one player making all the plays. I think they have the ability to at least do that part enough to take away Tony next week. And I think Ohio State can actually put up points too. I think you look at Ohio State's and the weapons that they have on offense, they're significantly better than what you have had faced last week when it comes to Reed and Texas A&M. Plus, I think their number one wide receiver got hurt early in the game. I think he had the hamstring or something like that. So, very interesting to see what Miami do with Jeremiah Smith. You know, locked in with them for a long time in the recruiting process. Yeah, kind of Ohio State kind of came in and kind of flipped the script at the end and kind of walked away with his recruitment, and he ended up there.
Brandon Ennis too. People forget about.
Brandon Ennis.
I think he was the number 1, number 2 wide receiver the year he came out. Ohio State, you're not going to be able to play like focus on one person. Like you're really going to have to be like, look, man, everybody just got to hold their own and do what you're supposed to do because they can. Jeremiah Smith has games where he's got the ball 3 times and they still put up 30, 40 points.
Right. He's not. Yeah. He's just one of many when it comes to Ohio State and kind of how they do things in their offensive wide receiver room. You know what I mean? He's just one of many faces. So I think next week will be very interesting. It's gonna take more than you're gonna need more than 10 points if you're Miami to beat Ohio State. Bro, JMU. So yesterday, JMU, James Madison, played Oregon, and they ended up losing 34-51. Do we need to really change this format, man? Do we really have to look at this and say, hey, man, we don't really want to see these games? They put up 34 points, but a lot of that kind of came, I think, in garbage time. Do we really want a scenario where we're seeing James Madison having to go into Oregon? Nobody thought that game was going to be close.
I think this is the conundrum that the CFP people are in right now. This is another year. I don't think there's ever been a year where the G5 team has looked respectable. You're either going to have to expand and make it a 16 thing and give automatic bids to all the conference champions from, all Division I conference champions to ACC, Big 10, Big 12, SEC, G5, Sun Belt, and I think I'm missing one. But I think it's 6. I think 5 or 6. They should get automatic bids, right? Then you have the 6 teams to where, all right, maybe they do play a Notre Dame or maybe they do play a team like that. And it's not as, I won't say important, but it's just not as big on to the CFP in general because you can't not reward them, right? Because they're in a conference, they play who they can play. But you also don't want to reward them by taking out a team like a Vanderbilt this year who, if they played Oregon, who knows? You know what I'm saying? If they had played Ole Miss, who knows? So I think they have to, if they're going to keep the automatic bids in with the G5, you have to expand it. If you don't expand it, you have to take out the automatic bid. Now, I think JMU still would have possibly been in because they were number 12, and that would have been the conversation there. But it's one of the things like, y'all got to do something because they looked terrible. Like, it looked, I was scared for them kids, man.
Yeah, it was bad. I was just watching like the first play of the game from Oregon on offense, and I seen Buddy bend the corner and like get around the edge, and I'm just thinking like, if he really get to this edge and cut this upfield, I know what type of game this is about to be because this is a basic stretch play. The wide receiver is literally coming from one side of the field to the other side. If you can't basically stop that within 3 to 5 yards, I give you at least 5. Bro, he turned up that corner and got to about 12 yards before somebody even touched him. I said, oh, yeah. They just outclassed. They're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger. They're just getting outclassed. And they don't even look like they belong on the same field as Oregon. And then the results were were actually just that. So yeah, we got to do something about this format. We got to find a way to get the best teams in there. Texas Tech, I don't doubt that, man. Texas Tech got some ballers. Texas Tech got some money. So they got some real high-powered defensive players who can really ball and really make some plays, man. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited about all the games in the next round. There's not a game in the next round. Now you're getting ahead of yourself. I tell you what, that 100 you bet me, I bet you double or nothing. How about that?
Oh, sure.
That hundo you bet, let's double or nothing. If I win, if Georgia win, you owe me 200. If Ole Miss win, you don't owe me nothing. But you have to send your ID and your address. That's the only way we making it bet. Because I'm coming to collect. I ain't gonna be like Shannon Sharp and be waiting on my money 2-3 years. Oh, okay. Well, we can run it back. I don't think my cash out lit up. What did he pay? What did he pay? He must sent my money through KB, and KB ain't gave my money.
Ain't got nothing to do with me, baby.
Oh, now I gotta go shake KB down.
I ain't got nothing.
So let's look at the matchups for next week, man. What we got for next week?
Let's see. Next week we have. Oh, let me share it. Boom. So this is where we're at next week. They say it's in Apple Pay. I ain't got an Apple. I'm Team Droid over here. So
Zach ain't even got my phone number. I know he lying.
Zach, he just podding. Yeah. So next week, and
Kelsey, you gotta throw up the U. That was part of the bet. You got to throw it up.
I ain't make no bet like that. I damn sure ain't do that. The only you gonna see is them field goal posts in the background. That's it. But shout out, we can start there, man. Ohio State and Miami. We were just talking about it. Matchup.
We all want it.
We all picked A&M.
Don't do that.
No, I think on the show I definitely picked.
I think we did too. Because I like I said, I didn't really thought they would have a crazy crowd. Now, if I would have knew they were playing at 12, I thought they actually had the late game. I thought JMU and Oregon would have been the first game, but they would have played at 9 o'clock in the morning. So they didn't really think about that part. So yeah, if I would have knew it was a 12 o'clock kick, I probably would have took Miami.
I don't
off the strength of Texas A&M at night versus Texas A&M at 12 is completely different.
I don't feel any way about picking Texas A&M. I don't feel like.
I mean, nobody really won. It wasn't like nobody walked away. This is really a flip
it was
point.
like a
one more play made, and
like it wasn't impressive. Like it's cool. Like if I'm a Miami fan, I'm celebrating my win. You know what I'm saying?
You should.
Like, you beat the badge. You beat the team with the SEC badge. If that makes you feel better, like I get it. I don't know if that counts as a bowl game.
Look at the ACC schedule that they played, bro. They didn't play nobody. Miami was probably the best team they had played all year. And they ranked 12, 11 in the college football playoff?
That is the best team that they've played all year.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm don't get me wrong. It's not no Miami hate. I'm just not impressed with the win. It's
always
and again, like it was like the whole day yesterday was just like.
He got Georgia. We the SEC. Now we gotta stick together. Now it's still SEC. Now I understand
we'll get to that. But yes, Miami, Ohio State. I have just based off of what I see. I think Ohio State will win that one because I think they play to the strengths of Miami. Like their strength, like Miami's strength is the run game, right? I don't care what Beck does and how many times they need to run the ball. And I think the Big Ten is a run, like you go against a lot of good backs, a lot of good O-lines. I think that they will play the run probably a little bit better. I don't know as far as their DBs, how just locked in they are this year, but we'll see. Beck, you never know. But I think if Miami can run the ball, they possibly could win. That's going to be the key to them for what I think. But I don't expect Miami to really lean on that as much as they should, unfortunately. What you think?
Yeah. if you depending on Beck to win, good luck. Yeah, like you said, I don't think Beck can win the game. I don't think Beck can win the game for you. I think Miami must run the ball. I just don't know if they'll have the ability. Like Miami, this is going to be the best defense Miami has played. And they played against a real good defense yesterday. Didn't look the best. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, I think Miami's going to play a team that's been, I don't say Texas A&M is new to it, but I feel like Texas A&M has not been established and hasn't had the ability to stack roster after roster after roster or class after class after class, excuse me, like the Ohio State you're about to face. This Ohio State has NFL-ready offensive line, NFL-ready defensive line, NFL-ready state. Well, Caleb Downs, is Caleb Downs playing?
Of course.
NFL-ready safety.
He's the number one.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know the last time
got some ballers. Don't get me wrong, but I think they're just young, and it's going to take them a few years before they can get to the level where the Ohio States of the world, the Georgias of the world, maybe the Alabamas of the world. You know what I mean? So I feel like next week will tell a lot. If Miami is back, which they say they are, which it looks like they are, next week they'll go into where they playing at for that one.
It's the Cotton Bowl. So
they're going to Dallas, they're going to Texas, and they'll go toe-to-toe with Miami. If not, they'll go in there, with Ohio State. If not, they'll go in there and get the doors blown off of them. And Beck can do it. I can see Beck having a great game. I can see Beck having a bad game. That's the problem.
And I think that's the problem with Beck, to where like I can't give any movement one side or the other. It's more expected for him to mess up before he balls out completely, because he can ball out and still make a mistake at a crucial point. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's gonna do it.
And that's quarterback play general, but Beck is just more inclined to do it. And
we've
like
seen
Kel
him
said,
do it over and over.
And Kel said, there's tape against Ohio State. It's not a secret. Like, it's not a secret what Ohio State does. The difference with Ohio State is they do a very good job of leaning on your weakness. So it could be one game to where they run the ball 40 times. Then the next game, they may throw the ball 50. Like,
I don't think Ohio State quarterback will have another bad game like he did versus Indiana.
And y'all ain't Indiana. Like, at the end of the day, like, it may come to a point to where y'all may win, and it may be, don't get me wrong, like, you could matriculate through the CFP, anybody can win. But I think when you look at, like, the product of the field, Miami is nowhere near what Indiana is. Like, as far as what's being shown now.
Yeah, Indiana's a well-coached team from front to back. Like, their coaching is immaculate. Like, their coaching and how they're well-coached and how they understand their assignments and how they do their jobs is very, 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 very detailed. And that's how they were able to beat Ohio State, because they didn't make mistakes. They didn't beat themselves. If you look at the game yesterday, Miami had a couple turnovers, fourth down conversions missed, field goals missed. Those are essentially, when you miss a field goal, it's essentially like a turnover. Basically, you're giving the ball right back. So I just feel like Miami's going to have to play the best game that they played all season long on both sides of the ball. But I feel like Ohio State's going to have to do the same as well, because which Ohio State is really the truth? Are we seeing the Ohio State that were blowing out the Northwesterns and the Illinoises of the world? Is that really them, or is it the Ohio State that struggled to move the ball against Indiana, struggled with turnovers in Indiana? It was a 30 miles per hour win yesterday. Don't get me wrong, because I ain't gonna say that it wasn't, but still, it is what it is. The wind conditions,
as the person that was driving yesterday, it might. I you don't know. Right now it's 78 degrees. Next week it could be 30 with a mean wind. I'm just letting you know from personal experience right now. It's the wind is like, the weather down here is absolutely nuts. But to go to the next one, Georgia, Ole Miss.
Hard to beat the team twice, bro.
Well, let's see. Who do you have moving on, Steve? Ohio State or Miami?
I want Miami to win. I'm going to go Miami. Because I would love Beck versus Georgia. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah, the storyline is already is running.
What I have in the crock pot. I just need Miami to do their part. We're gonna do ours. I need Miami to do their job.
I think
and I think that game would be played where, in New Orleans? Or no, this game is in New Orleans for us. The next game would be played
Fiesta Bowl. I
ain't going out to Cali. I ain't going there.
Yeah. I have Ohio State winning this game. Again, it's not a Miami hate thing. It's just what you've shown. No, I think it's just what I saw yesterday. You're not doing that against any of these other 7 teams. Maybe Ole Miss.
Ole Miss
is the only other team where you can.
Yeah, because Chambliss looked bad yesterday. Even against Tulane, Chambliss didn't look the best, man. I'm like, damn, Chambliss is, he ain't looking too good. I think it is in Atlanta, Zach. I think you might be right. If Miami wins and Georgia win, the next round is in Atlanta for them. Yes.
Fiesta Bowl.
I think that's in Atlanta. You know, I'll be in the field.
That's some Georgia matchup stuff right there. That would seem.
Listen, don't do that.
All right. So you got Ohio, Miami. I got.
Yeah, I love Miami. Give me Miami. Again, to even talk about the Georgia Ole Miss game, we can go to that one. Yeah. And I'll take my bias hat off for a second, just for a second, maybe like 10 seconds. It's hard to beat the team twice. You don't know what this Ole Miss team is going to do because you're not game planning against Lane no more. If you were game planning against Lane, then we know what to expect. We kind of know his tendencies. We've proven we can beat Lane in Tennessee or Ole Miss. Now you don't really know. The same offensive coordinator, though, so that kind of helps, in my opinion. I just think Georgia's just too physical, got too much depth, gonna make too many plays in order for Ole Miss to keep up. That's just my opinion. I understand that they got a second string coach, or the defensive coordinator is now the head coach. I just think Georgia will be a little bit too much for them. I think it'll be a pretty tight game, maybe in the first half. Then you'll see third quarter, you'll see the separation. But Georgia defense is humming right now, and Chambliss is not accurate enough from the pocket to beat us, and he ain't fast enough to take off and beat us with his legs like that either. So I think he's going to be in a world of. I think if he had problems with UGA's defense when Lane was with him, helping him, now I know he's going to have some big problems without Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, it's either Summerall defense was humming, or and I think it was both. I think Tulane's defense is good, but Ole Miss, man, they just didn't. They didn't look the part, man, and you're gonna need more. Don't give me that wide receiver they got. Number 1, hey man, he like that. Lacey, like they got players that can. I just don't know that their defense is remotely strong enough to stop where Georgia is today. And I think this is the conversation of like how teams play in the beginning of the year versus how they look now. This Georgia team, they ain't not losing to Ole Miss back a month or two ago. You know what I'm saying? I have UGA treating them like Ole Miss treated Tulane, score wise.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it'll be tough for them to put up points. I think right now UGA's defense is just, like you said, playing out of this world. You got a couple All-Americans, got a few all-freshman team members that are on there as well. So we'll see, man. Can't never look past the team. And again, it's so hard to beat the team twice in college football, man. You better ask Oklahoma. It's tough to beat a team twice, man. So we'll see. We got Indiana and Alabama. I think Indiana should win this one. When I look at Indiana and Alabama, I kind of see a lot of similarities as far as like the personnel and how they kind of like to go about their business. If Bama can hit a lot of them big plays or make them plays down the field like they were last week against Oklahoma, I think you'll have a chance to win this game. Seriously.
Nah. I think I think Alabama's defense would have to stop Indiana's offense, because Indiana's offense is another one of those teams to where they take what you give them. Like if you drop a safety down in a box, they're gonna go over your top. If you drop a safety back and go wide, they're gonna run it up. Like they just are very good they're very balanced. And it's not too often where you see teams that are very balanced that can beat you one way or the other, just like Ohio State can. I think Indiana can as well. I think we're going to see Indiana kind of I don't want to say disrespect Alabama, but it's going to be like this is y'all know who we are type thing. I think I got Indiana beating them by 2 scores.
Damn, 2. Woo.
Yeah, I got them being. I'm very high on Indiana this year. I think I've watched. I know I haven't watched every game, but I've watched more than anybody else outside of my Gators, of course. But like, they are good, bro. Like, they're good. They are as advertised. I love the fact that there's not a lot of household names. There's a lot of people that you like. Oh man, we got to stop Tony. They got Downs playing, or they got bro. Who, as a fan, he's sitting back like, I don't know who gonna get the ball, who gonna do what they do.
Ooh. Nah, that's cool. I like that. What's the last one we got up there?
Oregon, Texas Tech.
Oregon, Texas Tech. I'm gonna go with Dan Lanning and Oregon on this. I understand Texas Tech's probably gonna be favored there. I think they have a better record, but I think Oregon's clicking at the right time. I think Dan Lanning got them boys playing defense exactly kind of like I can say baby UGA, but damn near close. Especially up front, man. Having that boy Barry Alexander.
Yeah.
Dan Lanning got him. Yeah, he liked that. He definitely he got a first round grade. He might be one of the few players you can say who really pimped this NIL thing the way it should have been. He got a bag from Georgia, left Georgia, got a real bag and a real bag from USC, and then going to Oregon to get his coaching from Dan Lanning to get him to the next level of where he want to be ready for his NFL shot. I think he might have did it the right way. He won a title at Georgia, got a bag, went to USC. He won a title at Georgia, got a bag at USC, and got prepared for the NFL at Oregon. I mean, and he got money at all 3 stops.
Hey man,
he might have did it the right way.
And it's not even frowned upon at this point because it's just what it is. I haven't watched a lot of Texas Tech this year. I think most people didn't really pick up on Texas Tech till the end of the season, to be honest, unless you're a Texas Tech fan. Yeah. But I know they do have a good team, man. They got a linebacker that was in the Heisman race, which goes unspoken. They do have talent. The NIL, I think, is probably the most aggressive in the nation. When you see just they're flat out like we got the number. I think this recruiting class got the number 1 DN, the number 1 O lineman, they're getting players like, yo, we got the money. Shout out to Lubbock, Texas. They spending money. If they weren't 6 hours away, I would go check them out more often.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think Oregon, Evan Stewart's back. I don't know if a lot of people realize Evan Stewart was out all season. And he's back, and he's like their X factor. And you throw him with DeQuarian Moore, you throw him with the stable of running backs. My new running back coach is out there handling business. I think Oregon's going to win. I don't know if their defense is good enough to keep up with Texas Tech.
Yeah, I know Texas Tech got a couple of NFL prospects on the defense, especially the D line. I think they got like 2 bookend DNs that are supposed to be, highly regarded. I just think Oregon's clicking and playing good at the right time. Like Hill said, they ain't played nobody. Oregon hasn't beaten anybody. That's true. That might be. I mean, you look at the Big 12 or Big 10. It's only like two or three good teams, or 2 or 3 teams you would consider anybody. If you're not playing Ohio State, Oregon,
Indiana.
I mean, who else are we really talking? Michigan, I guess. But who else are we really talking about? So,
man.
We agree. I just think Oregon's playing good. Moore is clicking right now. He's hot. He's probably one of. If I had to rank all the quarterbacks left.
Mel Kiper has him as the number 1 quarterback prospect.
I would probably put Mendoza 1 and then Moore 2. Gunner 3. Beck 4. Chambers 5. and I don't know too much about.
Oh, what's left? Yeah.
What's left? What's left?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just quarterbacks, as far as what's left right now playing. That's what. Yeah, I probably.
It's gonna be interesting, man, because you have two dynamic offenses, man. I don't know if Stein is still calling plays for Oregon, or if he went ahead and moved on already. That'll be interesting. I don't know if anybody knows. Drop it in the chat. Their OC, who is Wiz, left. I forgot what school he went to. It's not. I think it's Penn State. He went to. I think he went to Penn. No, he didn't go to Penn State. Where did Will Stein go? Either way, he's left. So it'll be interesting to see how Oregon does, man. They looked the part yesterday, all three phases of the game.
Yep.
So that's probably my most like exciting game to watch. It will be that one because I didn't watch much of Texas Tech. Okay, he's still calling plays, cool. And Oregon, I need Oregon to lose so my coach can get on campus. You know what I'm saying, and recruit.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
that sounds about right. All right, so we got the set for next week, man. I told you I'm gonna take. Give me Oregon. Give me Bama. Give me Miami. Give me Georgia.
Yeah, for me, give me Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia, and Ohio State. I picked Ohio State versus Indiana. I mean, Georgia versus Indiana, and a thing for Indiana to win it all.
I know you damn lying.
Hey, man.
Don't be a hater all your life. Not all your Not all your life. Not all your life. All right, man. So NFL season. I didn't realize we had Saturday games yesterday, brother.
Right.
Eagles and Washington were playing, and the game was damn near halfway over with before I turned it on.
I was like,
whoa.
The Bears are playing.
Right. No, that game was amazing. Not gonna lie to you. I think it's time you apologize to Caleb Williams, my boy.
Nope.
I know you. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's time you have to walk back what you said about Caleb. That man looking like the real deal out there. He making plays. That man making folks miss. He was amazing yesterday, man. We'll get to him in a second. Yesterday, though, the Philadelphia Eagles were able to beat the Commanders pretty heavily. I had to scroll up, my bad.
I got you.
Yesterday, both games, though, fights breaking out, man. You think at this point when people look at it and say, hey, our season's over, we kind of know what it is. We might lose on the field, but we ain't going to lose with these hands. 29-18, man, end of the game, it was like 2 or 3 brawls, man. Saquon Barkley out there in the middle. It was just nasty yesterday, man.
Yeah.
No, it was a ball, man. Yeah, around the holidays in late December, expect that. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, Philadelphia clinches the NFC East yesterday behind their victory. Dallas was officially eliminated from the playoffs as of yesterday as well. Philly, man, what you think about Philly going into these playoffs, man? Looks like they're going to be there. They won't be 1 seed. They will be hosting. So far, it looks like Philly. Damn, I just had to bracket up, but looks like Philly will be hosting the Rams, possibly, because the Rams now are not in first place because of the Seahawks. So, yes,
man. I don't know, man. If the Eagles
right now, they can play Detroit. They can play, because the Bears are in first place. So they can play Detroit. They could play Seahawks, or they could play. Who else is another top team that's not a division winner? The San Francisco 49ers. Sorry, excuse me. So that's what it's looking like. Those are 3 teams that the Eagles could possibly be matched up against in the playoffs. Could you see a scenario where they beat any of those teams? Do you see a scenario where they lose to all 3 of those teams possibly at home?
Man, with the Eagles, I legit don't know. Like, the Eagles have been the most confusing team to like analyze this year. I mean, you have Hurts, who looks MVP-ish. Then you have Hurts that looks like the guy that got benched for Tua at Alabama. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who are you? Like, working the O-line. I think the biggest issue with them has been their O-line this year. I think Jason Kelsey, it's one of those things. So if you don't pay attention to stuff and you don't realize like how much he just meant to that O-line, the cohesiveness, I think you're missing that there. They have enough talent to be anybody. Will Jalen Hurts play good enough to be anybody? I honestly don't know. Like, I would not put any money on anything Philadelphia has to do until I see like consistent like ass whooping. I don't know, man. Hurts is just, I can't imagine being an Eagle fan right now.
Yeah, kind of like he caught in a conundrum. I think the offensive coordinator is really what's kind of holding them back. But yesterday they kind of got back to running the ball. It was the first time yesterday I saw Saquon actually look like Saquon. He looked like video game Saquon. He's spinning off people. He jumping around people, jumping over people, jump cutting. And I feel like Philly has gotten away from that for whatever reason. And that was really their bread and butter. That was the reason why they had got so far in the playoffs, and really the reason why they got over Kansas City after losing the previous year. And maybe it was because of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and what they were saying about the wide receivers needing to be more involved, or, you know, maybe it's offensive coordinators. Maybe the young offensive coordinators may be unable to get in the rhythm like he hoped to, and, you know, kind of resorted back to going to the stars. You know, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, they are two of the better wide receivers in the league. So when you got them, use them. And now I feel like you can get kind of dependent on them, and you have a quarterback who's accurate enough to consistently get them the ball enough where you can actually win like that. No, I don't. I still think Hurts is a glorified fullback playing quarterback. I really do. I just don't think Hurts can beat you from the pocket if you make him sit in the pocket, sit back there, and make him have to dissect the defense for 4 straight quarters that he's going to be able to beat you. If you have the ability to eliminate his legs from being part of the game, I think that's how you beat Philadelphia. If you can get ahead on Philly, I think they panic and they get pass happy as well. But you drag them out to the deep water in the fourth quarter with a post game or tie game, and I think Philadelphia can get rattled. Now, how they can be Super Bowl champions and win all these games and still I have that feeling about them, I don't know. But like you said, just something about this Philly team that they're just missing something. And I think it's just that dominant defense like we had the last few years. Now, can that defense get back to that? They looked like it yesterday, but you playing against Marcus Mariota, who got hurt, and then the third string who had to come in. So I really wasn't expecting the Commanders to do much. Anyway, with Mariota, definitely didn't expect them to do much when he got knocked out the game. So with all that being said, man, I think Philly might be looking at a first-round exit. I really do, especially depending on the matchup. If they get the Rams to have to go in there, that's really going to be a problem. If they get the Detroit Lions to have to go in there, I think that's a bad matchup. I think both of those teams are a bad matchup for Philadelphia.
Yeah, I feel the same as well. It's going to be, like I said, I wouldn't put 5 cents on the Eagles just because you just don't know what's going to happen. Next game, Chicago, Green Bay. Another game that popped up, I was like, oh, the game is on. 2 games on, yeah. I don't owe Caleb Williams an apology. Let me see. Let them do the same thing next year. This year, they have a great OC, head coach that calls plays. He was the OC for the Lions, which got me liking the Lions. He's creative, great OC. So I'm going off is it that or is it that? I need to see after this year, like, all right, come back next year. Let me see if you can maintain. If this is just a 1-year wonder thing or if this is for real. If this time next year I'm looking and they back humming like they looking and Caleb, I'm like, all right, maybe I was wrong. Right now, he got that rookie. I mean, he's not a rookie.
He ain't a rookie. He's not a rookie. Year.
This is his second year. His first year was his second year. He has a new coach, and they're looking a lot better. So let me see the second year and the system.
Come on.
Let me see if it's legit. I don't believe it.
All right, man. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know. I think Caleb will. I believe in the offensive coordinator. I believe that the defense plays enough defense to keep them in games. is their defense one of the elite defenses, or they just getting a bunch of takeaways or a bunch of sacks? No, but I think they do enough to keep themselves in games, and I think having Caleb Williams and the offensive mind of Ben Johnson gives you the ability to win a lot of games. That's why I think they are in the position that they are in now, due to them being able to keep games close and execute late in games, and the creativity. Their offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, well, the head coach, bro, he's calling it up how he's supposed to. You can't lock in on whether they're gonna run or pass. They don't really get stuck in bad situations when it comes to down and distance. So I just love the way he called games, man. I wish we could have got him in Atlanta. I wanted him when we interviewed him 2 years ago, but they chose to go in a different direction. So it is what it is. But yeah, let's roll these games out this week, man. Let's pick the rest of these NFL slated games, and we can maybe get out this thing early, and I can go put in some bets. Oh God,
you putting in bets? I'm putting in the bed. You hear me?
Yeah, man. We redoing some stuff, man. Y'all know what
Buffalo, Cleveland. Buffalo at Cleveland.
Buffalo, man. Cleveland big game up.
But
Myles Garrett will break the sack record today. I think he'll half a sack away. So I know he'll get that.
I got let's go Cleveland. Oh, the Chargers at. Let me see how much these tickets are for Dallas right now. You know what I'm saying? Because since they got the playoffs, tickets might be super cheap. I got Cleveland. Come on, Shador, throw the watches up. Chargers versus Cowboys.
Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
Cowboys look like they done checked out. That thing over with. Will it be a shootout today? Do I think Dak and Herbert will put up both 400-yard games, 3-4 touchdowns? Probably. But yeah, I do. Give me the Chargers.
All right. Let's see. Kansas City versus Tennessee. Tennessee.
Yeah, man. I don't know who the Chargers backup Carson Wentz, I think is the backup. Maybe I think Wentz is the backup, but don't quote me on that. Pat Mahomes, man, first game without Pat Mahomes at quarterback for the Chiefs in 5-6 years. I think the Chiefs don't know how to handle it. I think it'll be different. I think the Titans will get a win today. I do.
Hey,
and mess up their draft position, which is crazy. But yeah.
Oh, this is the last home game. Oh, that sucks. I think Tennessee. This is one where y'all look back on that we beat the Chiefs maybe in 2 years when it won't matter that who's going to remember that Mahomes is hurt, and this is probably the worst season that they've had in a decade. Yeah, nobody's going to care about that. They're just going to see the W for the Tennessee over the Chiefs. So I'm gonna go Tennessee because, as you said, I have no idea what's going to happen with Kansas City. Cincinnati at Miami.
Ooh. Another one. Tua first game on the bench. Give me Cincinnati, man. Give me Cincinnati. Joe Burrow and them boys go down there and put up a lot of points. Yeah.
Yeah, because Quinn Ewers is starting.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be respectful. Let me just go Cincinnati. Then you got this is booty week, boy. If you got today is a day, fellas. If you listening, ladies, if you listening, hey, we represent. Fellas, if you listen, today is a day to take your family out on a Sunday. You probably missed a lot of Sundays watching football. You probably missed a lot of Sundays being like, I want to check out.
You ain't got but 2 of these left, but you better enjoy them. You ain't got but 2 left, my boy.
Today is the day. Today is the day where you like, you know what, family? Let's go out. Let's go out today.
You gonna get to that week in February? We ain't got no football. You be like, damn, I wish we had.
If it's any week to miss, it's this week. Because
you got 2 weeks left, KB.
I mean, you got this, you got the playoffs, you got one little week ain't gonna hurt you. You know
my team ain't going to the playoffs, and yours ain't either. Like I said, we ain't got but 2 weeks left. You better get these last 2 in. That's it. After that, it's over with. Her list can wait for 2 weeks because it's gonna be full and popping. Because that Sunday gonna be like, oh, it ain't but 2 games on today. Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, get some brownie points for later on. Chiefs and look, if you're in New Orleans, the game is only $10, so why not? Sure. Giants versus New Orleans. Jets versus New Orleans. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Yeah, me too. I'm never picking Saints.
Yeah, Minnesota at the Giants.
Give me.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
Give me the Giants and Jackson Dart. If Dart's playing, give me Jackson Dart.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Tampa at Carolina. This is probably the only game that actually matters.
Right. This is game for first place too. And then they do play again in 2 more weeks, though. Well, yeah, they play again in 2 weeks. So
I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with
Carolina.
Pound. Yeah, me too.
Go with Carolina.
Yeah, give me the Pound.
All right. Jacksonville at Denver. Whew. $148.
Give me the Denver.
Yeah, I got Denver at home.
Denver humming right now. They won like 10 straight or something like that. Some ridiculous number. Yeah, give me Denver.
Falcons at the Cardinals.
We better win. You know what? I hope we don't. I've been started that Fire Raheem hashtag, and it done picked up a little motion. But yeah, man, give me the Falcons only because we just keep hurting the Rams draft position if we win. So don't forget the Rams got our first round pick, which I don't care because we are second in the NFL in sacks with James Pierce Jr. and Jaden Walker having a lot of those sacks. So F that pick. That's another hashtag I started for the Falcons.
Oh Lord, throwing picks away.
F that pick.
I got Falcons beating. Pitts is working on his.
He's going off, ain't he?
So you know what I'm saying. He's
gonna get it all. He's gonna get that franchise tag. I wouldn't tag him. Tag is 16 mil. I offer him about 10 a year. I think 8 to 10 a year is good. Here's what you think.
You don't want that.
What?
And a better offense.
8 to 10 is a good number. Bro.
Hey man, send me to Kansas City. Send me to Kansas City. I'll be.
They ain't got 10 mil to give you.
They'll cut somebody. You know, they'll get rid of somebody. And Kelsey retired. They might got it.
Sound like he retiring. If you heard him talking the other day,
yes,
yeah.
He about to be Mr. Swiss for the rest of his life.
I think so.
And the Chiefs fans are ready for that to happen as well. So
I think so too. I think it's time to reset. Now, if they come with a second round pick, they can get Pitts. I won't even charge you a first. You give me a second, you can have him.
They might give you that.
Yeah,
or send them to Philly. You know what I'm saying, go back home. It'll be interesting to see.
They got Goddard though. They don't need Pitts. Goddard do everything Pitts can do. Just being real. I mean, he was a better blocker. His hands is just as good. He's not as fast as Pitts. Don't get me wrong, but right now Dallas Goddard has been to a Pro Bowl. Kyle Pitts ain't been there now.
Kyle Pitts has been in Atlanta playing with.
Well, he played with Matt Ryan and had a good year. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not going to do this with you. Come on, man. Come on.
Lord have mercy. Let's see. Pittsburgh at Detroit. This will be another good one.
I think Detroit will run away. I think Detroit will run away with this. I think the Steelers have benefited from playing in a weak division and playing a lot of teams that really are offensively handicapped. I don't think the Detroit Lions are offensively handicapped. Them jokers can score any way they want to. So we'll see. I ain't saying Pittsburgh is not Pittsburgh, but I'm just saying I don't think the Steelers are as good as they advertise.
Yeah, I still like the Lions. So I'm gonna go with the Lions. Vegas at Houston.
Oh man, the Texans by a lot.
Hey, I'm so glad we got Max 2 contract already.
Y'all are favored by. Texans are favored by 14.5, the biggest spread all year. Jesus.
Yeah, man. It's hard.
In the night game, but old school. Tom Brady versus Ray Lewis. Excuse me. That's what I thought this was. Patriots at the Ravens. That's the Sunday night game. Ooh, that's tough. Give me the Patriots to go in there and win, man. Give me the Patriots to go in there and get them a dub.
I think New England going to hold it down, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think the Patriots are going to win. I think the Patriots will beat them. I don't know why, but I think Lamar is just, I don't know if he's focused on something else this season, but it ain't worked out for the Ravens and Lamar this year, man. You would think Derrick Henry would have a bigger impact and a bigger role on this team, but it just ain't happened that way. So I'm going to ride with the New England Patriots, the hot team, man. And if the Baltimore Ravens lose, they could be looking at a losing season with a $300 million quarterback. That's tough.
It's crazy this year how we've seen they all took a step back this year. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Father Time is undefeated, boy, and it
Hey
might be
man,
time.
NFL. That's why NFL is the game that it is, man. Because it's any given Sunday, and they really mean any given Sunday. If you're on the wrong side of too many of those any given Sundays, your ass gonna be sitting over here on the couch or on my podcast like me and KB. I'm just letting you know. So,
You know it.
but yeah, MVP right now, my boy. Who's your MVP right now? If you said, man, I gotta pick one, there's only one to pick. Who you got?
I don't know.
Tough, right? This is one of the first years you like, ooh.
I'm
gonna go Matthew Stafford. Stafford would be my MVP if I had to pick one.
Stafford. I think it's his to lose. Not you said Stafford. I forgot about him. Yeah, man. I think revitalizing. They were showing his highlights for the for the Lions, showing him love. I'm like, geez, I ain't never seen that. So yeah, it's probably his.
Can't think of nobody else right now who even just jump in the conversation. Josh Allen will always be in the convo, I think, but the Bills haven't had a better season than the Rams.
I mean, Drake May,
Drake May, especially tonight, Sunday night, go out there and put on the show, give me 350, 3 touchdowns, something like that. You'll be up there.
But I don't see much outside of that, man. It's a lot of mid this year, man.
Myles Garrett, maybe, if he break the sack record.
But their team's still
trash.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, you're the MVP of your team, but like of the league, you're not really.
The Bears number one, almost number one seed. Could Caleb Williams jump in that slot?
Nah. Their defense has two. I think Caleb Williams would have to have like some crazy numbers for him to get the respect outside of his defense, because the defense is always going to get the respect in Chicago, because they do have a very good defense. Like their defense is like that.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure who should be MVP or who should be not be, but we'll see how it is. Man, end the show, man. Take us out, man. One more thing I wanted to bring up, man. I'm a huge boxing and MMA and combat sport guy. I love MMA. I love boxing. I love combat sports. And I think we got to see, one of the few times in boxing that you like get your money's worth. You know what I mean? Because we all used to pay to see Floyd get beat and it just never manifested. It never happened or anything like that, right? We finally got our money's worth, ladies and gentlemen. When I say this was probably one of the long-awaited knockouts that of my time in watching boxing, a combat sport.
A little reaction there out of Jake Paul, but when he gets caught with his hands down and his chin served on a platter for that right hand right there. And look at Jake Paul's face. He knew it right away. He said, woo! I know that's Ric Flair, and he came out not to Ric Flair. He came out to Hulk Hogan, but he's up on his feet.
Woo!
Bro, that knockout was, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight, but that is the setup of like round one.
I've been in a few fights. I ain't never been hit like that though. I promise you. I'm going to get that thing. You hit me like that, you better make sure I'm down.
But that's the setup. That's the throw one to the body and then come over top.
Them hands.
That's the one. That's the first basic. It's like learning a two-step of fight. You're gonna throw one at the body. You go like this, and I'm gonna come over the top. And Anthony Joshua was smiling. Yeah. He knew, because the whole time he would come to the body, his hand would come down. He just knew he was gonna do it. And hey man, and I
say he lost money though because he wasn't supposed to do that. But I think natural instinct just took over, and he was like, "I got enough money."
I don't think it was natural instinct. I think it was one of those things to where he's been super disrespectful of the sport. Just like you're out here, you're fighting. Did he fight Floyd?
No, he wouldn't beat Floyd. He fought Mike Tyson.
Like he's fighting like people to where it's just making a gimmick of it. And I think Anthony Joshua is relevant enough that if he would have beat him, it would have been like, we already thought like people were taking after the Mike Tyson fight. You're like, oh, folks they just taking dives. I think this one they were like, yo, go ahead and fight. Like, don't kill him, but like make it a good fight. And I think during the fight, there was just a lot of like extra like taunting. And I think it just was like, all right, like you think I'm trying to be nice with this. Because he was hitting him. I mean, he was dropping him all night. And I think it was one of those things that I'm gonna just keep dropping you, but I ain't gonna hit you. And I think it was that one time, it's like, I'm gonna hit you. I don't think he really intended to break his jaw. I don't think
he broke it.
He broke that joint 2 places. I said, shit. You know, it's real. I ain't never seen nobody jaw broke on the inside. Like when they showed his mouth, his teeth
the inside of that
I said, shit.
Yeah, he really broke his jawline for real. He hit him. Yeah. Now that's what we wanted to see, man. That's what we love. That's what we waiting on.
Tank would have killed that boy.
Yeah,
Tank wasn't taking no dive. I don't even think it would have lasted that long.
No, I agree, man. But hey, man, make sure y'all do your boys a favor, man. If you ain't did nothing else this morning, man, make sure you hit that follow. Make sure you hit that like button, and you can also hit that share button. Sunday morning, man, 11:30 a.m., man, we here. We gonna let y'all boys know what's going on. We're gonna keep you in the know. Football season is unfortunately getting ready to come to a wrap. You know what I mean? That I said, KB told us if this is Sunday, you got to do something, go do it. Nah, man, you better enjoy these last few games. But NBA season is heating up, so you know we're gonna keep it coming and keep it going. But yeah, make sure you guys do us that favor, man. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, go follow the X page. It's all the links are in the bios, man. You can find it all.
Hey, man. Until next time, next week.
We'll Merry Christmas, man.
Happy man. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? Everything, whatever you celebrate. You don't celebrate. To the folks who ain't got much to celebrate, you still got something to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Life. So, you know, it's always sometimes not always a good time for people. So
true.
You know, true. Enjoy it to the most that you can. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But until then, until next time, we'll be back. You feel me? Later.
I ain't never played sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.